Hey there, cat moms and cat dads, let's play a game. Your cat stares blankly at a wall for 10 solid minutes, then sprints across the living room, leaps onto the bookshelf, and knocks over that vase you loved. You think, is he broken? Did the cat's software crash again? Or maybe, just maybe, he's trying to tell you something incredibly important, but because he's a cat, his communication style is somewhere between a cryptic crossword puzzle and modern interpretive dance. Today, we're becoming feline detectives. We're going to uncover the 7 secret non-verbal signals that your cat is in pain. This is the stuff they don't teach you in the How to Be a Good Human Servant manual they totally give each other. First, drop your little monster's name in the comments below. Let's see all the magnificent troublemakers watching today. So why are cats so secretive? Why can't they just walk up to us and say, "Excuse me, tall person who provides the food, my tooth feels a bit funny"? Well, it all goes back to their wild ancestors. Out in the great scary wilderness, a cat that showed weakness was basically a walking eat-me sign for bigger predators. A limp, a whimper, a moment of hesitation, that was an invitation to become lunch. So, evolution programmed them to be tiny, furry secret agents who hide their pain with the skill of a Hollywood actor gunning for an Oscar. They are masters of the poker face. Our job, as their devoted staff, is to learn to read between the lines of their purrs, hisses, and epic-level side-eye. Our first clue is a big one: changes in grooming habits. You know how your cat spends like 80% of its waking hours licking itself? It's not just vanity. Grooming is a vital sign of a healthy, happy cat. So, when that stops, it's a major red flag. A cat in pain might not have the energy or flexibility to reach certain spots. You might start to notice their coat looks greasy, matted, or unkempt, especially along their back or hindquarters. It's like they've given up on their personal hygiene routine. Think of it as the feline equivalent of wearing the same sweatpants for 3 days straight. It's a cry for help, just a very, very quiet one. So if your pristine, fluff ball suddenly looks like they've been sleeping in a dumpster, it's time to pay closer attention. On the flip side of that, you might see the exact opposite: over-grooming. This is when a cat licks one specific spot obsessively, sometimes until the fur is gone and the skin is raw. This is called barbering. It's not a new fashion statement. Often, they're trying to soothe a localized area of pain. For example, a cat with a urinary tract infection might lick their lower belly raw, or a cat with arthritis in a joint might focus all their attention on that one sore spot. It's their way of saying, "It hurts right here," while simultaneously being too proud to actually point. So, a patchy cat isn't just having a bad hair day. They're sending out an SOS signal with their tongue. So, what's the difference between normal grooming and a problem? It's all about the baseline. You know your cat's routine. Is your long-haired Persian, who normally requires a team of stylists, suddenly looking a bit scruffy? Or is your short-haired tabby, who is usually sleek as an otter, now sporting a bald patch on his leg? Any significant deviation from their normal, meticulous grooming ritual is cause for concern. It's a subtle sign, but it's one of the first things to change when a cat isn't feeling 100%. Don't just assume they're getting lazy in their old age. That scruffy coat could be a billboard for underlying issues like dental pain, arthritis, or other discomforts that make their personal spa time too difficult to manage. Signal number 2, the vanishing act. 1 minute they're demanding snacks, the next they've disappeared. Is your normally social cat suddenly channeling their inner Greta Garbo saying, "I want to be alone"? Hiding is a classic textbook sign of pain or illness in cats. A healthy cat is confident and curious about its territory, which is your entire house, by the way. But when they feel vulnerable, their instinct is to find a small, dark, safe space where predators can't get them. This could be under the bed, at the back of a closet, or inside that one cardboard box you've been meaning to throw away for 6 months. It's their version of building a pillow fort and hiding from the world when they feel sick. Now let's be clear. Some cats are just natural introverts. We all have that one friend who cancels plans to stay home and recharge. If your cat has always been a champion of hide and seek, that's just their personality. The key here, again, is the change in behaviour. Is your cuddly lap cat now living under the sofa? Is your playful shadow suddenly nowhere to be found for hours on end? This shift from social butterfly to hermit is a major clue. They aren't mad at you because you bought the wrong brand of tuna. They're trying to manage their discomfort in the only way they know how, by going off the grid. So if you have to send out a search party every day, it's time to investigate. What's the difference between a nap and a worrying disappearing act? A napping cat can be lured out with the crinkle of a treat bag. A cat that is hiding due to pain will often be much more reluctant to emerge, even for their favourite snack. They might seem lethargic or unresponsive. When you do find them, pay attention to their body language. Are they curled up in a tight ball? Are their ears flattened? Do they seem tense? This isn't just a nap, it's a defensive lockdown. They're telling you they feel unwell and unsafe. Don't ignore this behaviour. Your furry ninja isn't just playing hard to get. They're communicating that something is seriously wrong in their world. Okay, let's talk about the dreaded litter box. Signal number 3 is changes in litter box habits. I know nobody wants to think about it, but the litter box is like a daily health report for your cat. One of the most common signs of pain, especially urinary or lower back pain, is avoiding the litter box altogether. If your cat suddenly starts doing their business right next to the box, or on your favourite rug, they aren't trying to redecorate. They might be associating the box itself with pain. Think about it. If it hurts to squat or position themselves, they're going to start blaming the place where the pain happens. It's a simple, albeit messy, form of cause and effect. Another litter box red flag is frequent, strained trips with little to no result. Is your cat running to the box every 5 minutes, digging around frantically but producing nothing? This is a huge, flashing neon sign of a potential urinary blockage, especially in male cats, and it is a veterinary emergency. I repeat, this is not a wait-and-see situation. A blockage can be fatal in less than 24 hours, so if you see this behaviour, drop everything and call your vet. It could also signal a urinary tract infection or bladder stones, which are incredibly painful. Don't just get mad about the mess, get curious about the cause. The poop and pee, or lack thereof, tells the story. So how can you be sure it's pain and not just your cat being a jerk? Well, cats are creatures of habit. They don't suddenly decide after 5 years that they prefer your laundry basket to their pristine litter box for no reason. First, rule out the obvious. Is the box clean? Have you changed the type of litter? Is it in a high-traffic, scary location? If you've checked all those boxes and the behaviour continues, pain is a very likely culprit. Remember, your cat isn't plotting revenge because you were 5 minutes late with breakfast. They are trying to communicate discomfort in one of the few ways they can. The litter box is their message board. Learn to read the messages. Signal number 4 is a change in vocalization. Your cat has a whole symphony of sounds, from the gentle broop of greeting to the full-on meow now. That means the food bowl is empty. You know your cat's voice. So, when that voice changes, listen up. A cat in pain might start vocalizing more than usual. This could be excessive meowing, howling or growling, especially at night when the house is quiet and they feel more vulnerable. These aren't happy chatty meows. They often sound distressed, guttural or like a complaint. It's as if they're finally breaking their stoic silence to say, "Hey, human, something is wrong over here." Conversely, a normally chatty cat might go completely silent. If your Siamese, who usually narrates every moment of their day, suddenly gives you the silent treatment, it's not because they're mad at you. The effort to meow might be too much for them if they're in pain. Another key sound to listen for is purring. We all think purring means a happy cat, right? Well, plot twist. Cats also purr to self-soothe when they are in pain or distress. It's a low-frequency vibration that can actually have healing properties. So a cat that is purring while hiding, looking tense, or showing other signs of illness isn't happy. They're trying to make themselves feel better. It's a heartbreaking, beautiful coping mechanism. So how do you tell a feed me meow from a pain meow? Context is everything. Is the meow directed at the food bowl at 6 a.m? That's probably a hunger meow. Is it a low, mournful yowl coming from under the bed at 3 a.m? That's more concerning. Is your cat growling or hissing when you try to pick them up or pet a certain spot? That's a clear, don't touch me, it hurts signal. Pay attention to the pitch, volume and frequency of their sounds. Your cat is a master communicator. You just need to learn their dialect. Think of yourself as a student of feline linguistics. Your final exam could save your best friend a lot of suffering. Let's move on to signal number 5. A sudden change in temperament. Has your sweet, cuddly angel suddenly turned into a spicy little demon? Unexplained aggression or irritability is a massive sign of pain. If your cat, who normally loves being petted, suddenly hisses, swats or bites when you touch them, their first thought isn't, I hate you. It's, ow, that hurt. They don't understand that you didn't mean to cause them pain. They just know that your touch resulted in a flash of discomfort, so they react defensively to prevent it from happening again. This is especially common with pain from arthritis, injuries, or dental issues. This sudden grumpiness can also be directed at other pets in the house. Are your 2 cats, who used to be best friends and cuddle buddies, suddenly fighting like mortal enemies? The cat in pain might not have the patience for the other pet's usual antics. They feel vulnerable and their tolerance for being pounced on, chased, or even approached goes down to 0. They are trying to create a protective bubble around themselves. So before you assume you suddenly have a bully cat, consider that they might be the one who is suffering. They're not being mean. They're being protective of their own aching body. Think about it from their perspective. When you have a bad headache, do you want someone to come up and start playfully messing with your hair? Of course not. You want to be left alone in a dark room. Your cat is the same. The change from a loving companion to a grumpy recluse is often a direct response to chronic pain. So, if your cat's personality does a complete 180 overnight, don't take it personally. Get them checked out by a vet. A proper diagnosis and pain management can often bring your sweet, cuddly friend back. They don't want to be a grouch. The pain is making them do it. Signal number 6 is all about how they move, changes in posture and gait. Cats are graceful, agile athletes. They move with a liquid elegance that we clumsy humans can only dream of. So when that elegance is gone, something is wrong. Watch how your cat walks, jumps and sits. Are they hesitant to jump up onto the couch or their favourite windowsill? Do they use an intermediate step, like jumping onto a chair first, then the counter? This is a classic sign of arthritis or joint pain. They're modifying their movements to avoid the pain of a big leap. They're not getting lazy, they're getting strategic. Look for a limp. This might seem obvious, but cats are experts at hiding it. They might only show a slight head bob when they walk, or they might just shift their weight subtly off one paw when they're standing. Another posture to watch for is the meatloaf position, but a painful one. A comfortable cat loafs with its paws tucked under. A cat in pain might loaf in a hunch position, with its head lowered and paws placed awkwardly, ready for a quick escape. They may also sit very rigidly, trying not to put pressure on a sore area. They look less like a loaf of bread and more like a tense, furry gargoyle. Pay attention to their spine and tail too. A cat with abdominal pain, for instance, might walk with a hunched back, trying to guard its tender belly. They might hold their tail in a strange position or be reluctant to have it touched. The key is to look for asymmetry and hesitation. Does the movement look stiff, awkward or laboured? Are they avoiding stairs they used to race up and down? These are not signs of old age, they are signs of pain. Age is not a disease, but arthritis is, and it's treatable. Don't let your furry friends suffer in silence just because they're a senior citizen. And finally, our 7th signal. changes in appetite or thirst. This one can be tricky, but it's critically important. A loss of appetite is one of the most common non-specific signs of, well, almost everything that can go wrong with a cat. A cat who stops eating is a sick cat, period. The reason can be anything from dental pain that makes chewing uncomfortable, to nausea from kidney disease, to general malaise. Whatever the cause, a cat that refuses food for more than 24 hours needs to see a vet immediately. Unlike dogs or humans, cats can develop a life-threatening liver condition called hepatic lipidosis if they don't eat. Look at how they eat too. Are they dropping food from their mouth, chewing only on one side? Are they approaching the bowl, sniffing the food like they're interested, and then turning away? This often points directly to dental pain. Imagine trying to eat with a severe toothache. You'd probably give up too. Also, monitor their water intake. A sudden increase in thirst can be a sign of major health issues, like kidney disease or diabetes. A cat suddenly hanging out at the water bowl, like it's the local pub, is a cause for concern. Your cat's food and water bowls are another diagnostic tool. Use them. So there you have it, the 7 secret chapters in the book of cat body language. From a scruffy coat to a sudden love for hiding, your cat is constantly sending you messages. They aren't being weird for the sake of it, and they're definitely not trying to spite you. They're communicating in the only way they know how. Now you know that what's going on in that beautiful fluffy head is more than just plots for world domination and figuring out when dinner is. You are now equipped to be a better detective, a better advocate, and a better friend to your furry companion. Because despite all their chaotic energy and questionable life choices, we adore these little creatures more than anything. If this video helped you understand your cat a little better, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe for more cat secrets, and share it with a friend. And for our final question, what's the weirdest way your cat has ever tried to tell you something? Let's share stories in the comments below. Stay curious, cat people.